Disappointment is a feeling we all experience in life. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, or what you do. This emotion is universal. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do I feel this way? To truly understand disappointment, we need to look at what causes it. Disappointment happens when our reality does not match our expectations. For example, you might have worked very hard for a promotion at work, only to see someone else get it. Or perhaps you hoped a friend would support you in a difficult moment, but they didn't. In these moments, your expectations were high, but reality fell short. That gap between expectation and reality is where disappointment lives. Sometimes we feel disappointed because we expect too much from ourselves. Have you ever told yourself, I should have done better, or I should have achieved this by now? These thoughts can make us feel like we're not good enough. But remember, you are human. And being human means making mistakes, learning, and growing. There is another reason why disappointment feels so heavy. It often comes with a sense of loss. When you don't get what you hope for, it can feel like you've lost something important, a chance, a relationship, or even a part of yourself. This feeling of loss can make disappointment hard to move past. But here is something important to remember. Disappointment is not a bad thing. It's a natural part of life. In fact, it is a sign that you care deeply about something. If you didn't care, you wouldn't feel this way. Understanding this is the first step in learning how to face disappointment. Disappointment also teaches us about our values. When you feel disappointed, ask yourself, what does this situation say about what I care about? For example, if you feel disappointed about missing an opportunity, maybe it's because you value growth and success. If you feel disappointed in a relationship, it may mean that trust and connection are important to you. By understanding what causes your disappointment and what it reveals about your heart, you can begin to see it not as an enemy, but as a teacher. In the next part, we'll explore how to accept these feelings and move forward. When we face disappointment, our first reaction is often to resist it. We might think, this isn't fair, or why did this happen to me? These thoughts are natural, but they can trap us in a cycle of frustration and pain. The only way to break free is to practice acceptance. Now, let me be clear. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It doesn't mean you have to like what happened or pretend that it doesn't matter. Instead, acceptance means allowing yourself to see the situation as it truly is, without trying to fight against reality. Imagine holding a heavy rock in your hands. The longer you hold it, the more painful it becomes. But if you put it down, your hands are free to rest and heal. Disappointment is like that rock. Holding on to it, through anger, denial, or self-blame, only increases your suffering. But when you accept what has happened, you can let go of that weight and begin to heal. One way to practice acceptance is to acknowledge your feelings. Say to yourself, I feel disappointed, and that's okay. When you name your emotions, you give them space to exist. This simple act can help you stop fighting against how you feel and start understanding it. Another way to accept reality is to focus on what you can control. Disappointment often comes from things that are beyond our control. Other people's actions, unexpected events, or even mistakes we've made in the past. But no matter what happens, you always have control over how you respond. Ask yourself, what can I do now to take a step forward? Letting go of expectations is also a powerful form of acceptance. Life rarely unfolds exactly as we imagine it will. When you cling too tightly to specific outcomes, you set yourself up for more disappointment. Instead, try to approach life with an open mind and a flexible heart. For example, if you didn't get the job you wanted, ask yourself, what new opportunities might this create? Finally, remember that acceptance takes time. It's not something you can force or rush. Be patient with yourself as you navigate these feelings. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward peace. In the next part, we'll explore how to turn disappointment into a source of growth and strength. Disappointment, while painful, can be a powerful teacher. It shows us our values, points us toward change, and strengthens our character. But how can we use disappointment to grow? The answer lies in reframing how we see it. First, look at disappointment as an opportunity to learn. Ask yourself, what can this experience teach me? For example, if you didn't achieve a goal, maybe you learned the importance of preparation or discovered a new skill you need to develop. Every setback holds a lesson, and when you find it, you turn disappointment into wisdom. Second, use disappointment to build resilience. Life is full of challenges, but each time you face one, you grow stronger. Think of it like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. When you overcome disappointment, you're training your heart and mind to handle life's difficulties with courage. Another way to grow is to shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, think about what could go right. If one door has closed, what new possibilities might be waiting for you? For example, if you didn't get the outcome you wanted, maybe it's because life is guiding you towards something even better. Gratitude is also a powerful tool. When disappointment makes you feel like something is missing, take a moment to appreciate what you already have. Gratitude doesn't erase disappointment, but it helps you see your life in balance. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there is much to be thankful for. Finally, don't be afraid to seek support. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or mentor can help you see things from a new perspective. Sometimes, simply sharing your feelings can lighten the burden of disappointment. Remember, you don't have to face these moments alone. As we come to the end of this talk, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. If you found this video helpful, I'd be grateful if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Your support truly means a lot, and I'm thankful for those of you who have been here with me, whether it's through likes, subscriptions, or even super thanks. It's deeply appreciated. Life will always have its ups and downs, but remember that every experience, even the difficult ones, can lead to growth and peace. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.